We are back, and we're going to go on with Chapter 13 now of Problem Sleuth. We are past the halfway point now. I'm excited by that. So, final boss battle. Is this really the final boss battle? Is it really going to be the final boss battle? We'll see. DMK. Oh my gosh. It's MK's hideous ultimate form. Demonhead Mobster Kingpin. Oh god. Oh dear god. Look how huge he is compared to our friends here. Like, here's Problem Sleuth down here. Tiny. Here is Demon Mobster Kingpin. Holy crap. Goodness. Alright, well. Next. The Fan Islands disperse. But why? Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Alright, AS. Fashion a more fitting hat from your old hat. Oh yes, Admiral Sleuth. I was like, who is AS? It's Admiral Sleuth. Oh right, the candy corn has been in the hat the whole time. You flip your reversible hat inside out to produce the Admiral's hat. Your nautical prowess multiplies by a factor of 10. You make sure to re-stow the precious candy corn inside it. That candy corn has been in play for like a long time. Like, this is a major Chekhov's gun here, and I wonder when these candy corns are gonna finally come into like play here and have their moment. We will see. Next. That is an awesome pose. You briefly pose as a team because shit seriously just got real again. This iron-faced thug has kept you under his thumb long enough. It's time to take him out. You have a feeling you'll need help from as many allies as you can get for this epic struggle. FPI, bring Nervous Broad to the ace deck. You decide to reunite the fair dame with her allies, but suddenly reconsider at the sight of the foul demon. Sheesh, that is no place at all for a delicate flower like her. Instead, you drop her off at the brothel in the sky. She'll be much safer with the whores on Whore Island. Oh my god, seriously. Goodness. You offer words of reassurance to undisconcert her before leaving to take on the monster. DMK, Combat Operandi, Level 49 Abstracted Thought. Part of your awareness detaches itself from the imaginary universe and returns to reality. Oh wait, is it kind of like... Is it... Oh, it must be doing the same thing that Pickle Inspector did when Godhead Pickle Inspector became a thing. Like, Pickle Inspector was able to, like, detach part of himself from the imagination universe and, like, go back to reality, so he can exist in both places. You are now free to move about in reality while your demonic self remains in the realm of imagination. I'm sitting here wondering, like, why isn't Godhead Pickle Inspector, like, intervening here? I feel like he could do so easily, but now I'm remembering the only command he obeys is fondly regard creation. So, that's not helpful at all. MK, gather up all the ship portholes. You pry the port and starboard side ship portholes from the walls. It seems their batteries are now fully charged and they may operate free from their outlets. That's right, he can only fondly regard his creation. That is true. PI, defeat death already! Oh, that's right. I forgot that Pickle Inspector was working on defeating death here. You're working on it! See? He's working on it. Death chases you through the partially complete labyrinthine pseudocube diametric. He urges you to pull over with his bullhorn scythe. This is incredibly serious business. I love that Death's scythe is like multiple items. Like, I love that it follows the motif of like everyone has their own like unique weapon that is also a different item and it changes back and forth, but Death has like a scythe that seems to be essentially everything that is needed in the moment. And I like that they took that like a step further. Alright. Anyway, this is incredibly serious business. Next. You head bump a pseudocube stem block. Oh my gosh, Tetris pieces. They are Tetris pieces now. Have we pointed out that Death's face is the one on the Till Death book? Really? Oh, I'll have to go back and check that out now too. This entire like section of Problem Sleuth is I've lost count of the number of times I've said during the stream, I need to go back to Homestuck and check out where these references are. I have lost track. A non-zero number of times, for sure. Next. That is quite a labyrinth happening. Oh my gosh, and this is all happening in view of Godhead Pickle Inspector. So hold on, statistics, like 1 T block, 3 L blocks, 1 of these S blocks, no boxes. I hear Steiner. Steiner is meowing here somewhere. Maybe Steiner will come join us. No, he's just vocalizing that he is about to use the litter box. He is announcing to the world, I need to go to the bathroom! Oh my gosh, they're combining so many things here. So, Sudoku, Tetris, chess, Cubert. Like, good lord. AD, establish superiority by punching nearest Cubert in snout. Bop! The Cuberts are enamored of your rowdy, no-nonsense brand of ruffianism. Your superiority has been clearly established. Qhurst appears to be especially smitten. Oh, Qhurst. FPI, go back to Ace deck. You sense your allies are in need. There he goes. Off to battle. AS, fire warning shots off the port bow. The bullets are deflected. There's no way you'll be able to inflict damage through that metal mask, let alone through his natural defenses at low blood sugar levels. For that matter, it looks like you won't even be able to feed him candy. Well, that's not good. Like, we need to feed him candy in order to defeat him. If the past has told us anything. And I'm sure it has, but I have no idea what it is. Auto parry! The ricocheted bullets are auto parried swiftly through Zombie Ace's necrotic tissue. Matured a new parry craft. Overripe produce. Overripe produce? What? P.S. Use Tommy key on lock. Your ring of keys is just way too small for that oversized lock. You're gonna need to find a bigger set of keys. Wait, actually, couldn't you just use, like, portal shenanigans to make those keys bigger? Like, you could go back down into, like, if you go, like, okay, I'm trying to, like, sort this out. There's a way to make things bigger by going through certain portals. So I wonder if that's what's going to happen. I'm not going to think about it more, but we've seen sizes change by going through portals. You've done it. The beauty of your remarkable accomplishment has caused Death to shed a tear of black liquid sorrow. You made Death cry. Oh my gosh. This feels like a very subtle King's Quest 6 reference, because in King's Quest 6, I don't know if any of you have played it, and this is going to be a minor spoiler if you have not, so cover your ears. But otherwise, there is an optional quest in King's Quest 6 where you can actually go into the realm of the dead and challenge Death for the lives of a couple of souls. And the challenge that Death gives you is make me cry. And when you actually succeed in doing it, Death sheds like a single tear. So this is why I'm wondering if this is like a King's Quest 6 reference. Black Liquid Sorrow was a gusher flavor that Rose alchemized. Hey, Ghost Raven, happy Saturday. Take that elf tier, it'll count, I think. Oh my gosh, does that like technically count as an elf tier? Like, I feel like taking Death's tier like would be in your best interest. Like, couldn't you use it for something? Pickle Inspector has finally perfected the labyrinthine Sudocube comprehensile. Death has been bested. You are free to leave. Oh my gosh, the pattern is a teapot. That is fabulous. Oh, did stream lose connection at some point? I don't have any indication that it did. Actually, it looks like we're going strong on my end, so... Okay, cool, just checking. Yeah, sorry you lost your connection there for a sec, Fab Fairy. That's frustrating when that happens. Next. Ace Dick has beaten Q-Hurst to death with a pawn. He can go too. Oh my goodness. I love how Ace Dick's was just kind of like Ace Dick's like quest to like get away from death was just like silly and nonsensical and ends with him beating someone to death. All right, PI plus HD. PI plus AD. Return to land of living. You breathe a sigh of relief. You were afraid you might have missed something out of the ordinary while you were gone. Oh my goodness. You might have missed something out of the ordinary, but you didn't. MK, dump portholes through jacuzzi. Into the bubbling portal they go. All but one. Oh, the stream is working fine for you now, Fab Fairy. Okay, cool. Next. DMK seizes them telekinetically. Ah, okay, so that's how we can make the keys bigger, is by dropping them through the jacuzzi. I just couldn't remember, like, which thing do you have to, like, drop the things into to make them bigger. MK, grab the cinder blocks. Oh dear. Before you throw the last one in, you pick up the cinder blocks from the base of your fort and throw them into the final porthole. You were tired of stubbing your toe on them anyway. Finally, you toss the last porthole in the jacuzzi. Oh dear. This is not going to go very well, is it? No, this is not going to go well at all. Next. There is suddenly a lot of traffic being conducted through those lights. The three enlarged cinder blocks cycle through the enlarged portholes, providing your demonic form with even more defense. Oh, wonderful. So now we gotta, like, take out these giant cinder blocks. So even if we get, like, keys big enough to, like, unlock those locks, we gotta get through the cinder blocks first. For the love of God. MK ducks back into the safety of his fort. So, MK is, like, totally playing defense, is, like, max buffing here. AS, craft seaworthy hats for your allies. Of course, because that's the important thing right now. You fit your mates with appropriately nautical headwear. Corsair Dick and Skipper Inspector seem quite pleased with the look. But seriously, we can keep referring to them all with the standard shorthand PS, AD, and PI, because really, this is going to be confusing if we start getting too literal. Oh goodness. Oh, thanks, McCatnip. I will hydrate. I was actually thinking I need some water right now. Ah, liquid. Life-giving water. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him. But it also means that if you put the keys in the jacuzzi, they go right where they need to go. Ah! That is an interesting point, too. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Ignatus and Serax. Ah. 2 gulps of life-giving water. Nectar of the gods. Oh no. Oh no, we will drown him. Oh no. Like, it's our weekly game of drown the streamer, I guess. Oh no, there's more. 2 more hydrates. There were 5. Oh, there's a 6. This bottle's gonna empty pretty fast. Ah, I feel refreshed. Thank you, everyone, for nearly drowning me, but instead just hydrating me. Drink water every day. It's healthy for you. Alright, let's see. PI, Conjure Candy Armor. 2 can play at the defense game. Admiral Sleuth dons the Peppermint Mithril coat. Oh, this is wonderful. Corsair Dick dons the Jolly Rancher full plate. Oh my gosh, I love that there's, like, they somehow managed to, like, make abs out of Jolly Ranchers. Skipper Inspector dons the studded fruit leather. Fruit leather. Delicious. Zombie and Fiesta A-Stick don't get to have cool armor, though, because they're a couple of weirdos. Look at them. They seem affronted. Or, actually, I don't know if they seem affronted. Maybe this is just how their faces are all the time. Can't spell yummy without True. Quick pose as a team again. This shit seems pretty real. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that future pickle inspector is actually taking a picture. Didn't we just do this? Nonetheless, FBI cajoles a group photo out of the party dressed to the nines in swanky new duds. DMK, aggress!
Dance of the dead.
Oh no! It just threw a giant cinder block at us. Triacle Aegis? What? While you're all goofing around, DMK turns his defense into offense. PS absorbs the cinder block's brunt entirely. Your armor's Triacle Aegis gauge takes a hit, but you're otherwise undamaged. Looks like the candy coat is doing the trick. Ah, candy coat's doing the trick, see? Well, got you, Demonhead Mobster Kingpin. It's the last thing we ever do. That might be. Communal forces cause you to stop being knocked out cold. Yay, alright, so Hysterical Dame is back on her feet. Steiner, what is it, buddy? Steiner is meowling his thoughts in the room. Hopefully he'll join us and we can get him on pet cam for you. Candy Mecha, join the battle already. The brainless war machine blasts off to adventure! Or at least its detachable hull segment does, leaving the legs behind. Oh, goodbye legs. Goodbye. AS. Sepulchritude! Is it still not time to bring that noise? No, you fool! Don't you realize if you initiate that attack, it will be the last thing you do? Fiesta smacks some sense into you. I love that. I'm really loving this running gag of, like, having Problem Sleuth do Sepulchritude, and then the next screen is like, no, not yet. No, you fool. No. I am enjoying it. HD, flip switch. You wonder what that switch does. You give it a curious flip. It doesn't appear to have done anything. Oh wait, doesn't that power down the portholes though? Because we flipped the switch last time and it caused the portholes to power up. Will that turn it off now? Next. The power in the room is cut off. The jacuzzi stops bubbling. The large portal closes. AS, take charge as leader. Demand weapons. Oh, wait. No. They established that the portholes have batteries now. The batteries are fully charged, so the switch wouldn't actually do anything. All right. Never mind. I answered my own question. It's time to quit the harebrained antics and rally your troops around an actual battle plan. You ask all of them to hand over their weapons. You tell FAD to hang on to his machine gun since you really just need the one. You ask the idiot zombie to pony up his though. Alright, what's your game, Admiral Sleuth? What is your plan here? I wonder. Seth, you monster! Sacrificing a dear sweet Nepeta to save the mayor of Cantown. Why would you do that? Why? Alright, let's see. You ask the idiot zombie to pony up his though. AS, give all the weapons to PI. You order PI to take the key, the ring of keys, and the hairpin down to the jacuzzi and jump in with them. Ah, yes, there we go. So the one key and the ring of keys and the hairpin will unlock all of those giant locks, and just as I thought, you have to go through the jacuzzi to make them big enough to do that. I had a feeling that's what was going to happen. Unfortunately, the jacuzzi has been powered down, so we'll see what happens. In the meantime, you and the aces will keep DMK at bay. Skipper Inspector politely accepts the mission. But what if the portals needed both the batteries and the switch? I wouldn't put it past Hussy. Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? PI, take weapons down to MK's office. Along the way, you drop the gun, the Tommy gun, and the machine gun because you suddenly remember your Vim is not nearly high enough to carry them. This appears to be a snag in the plan. HD is standing there looking puzzled. She wonders what's with the fruity get-up. PI, ask HD to take weapons instead. Thinking on the fly, you come up with an imaginative alternative to get this strapping dame to do a man's work for him. It's no wonder Admiral Sleuth entrusted you with this critical operation. His bold leadership causes your heart to palpitate with admiration. Hysterical Dame brings the weapons to the jacuzzi. Next. You come out of the manhole. This appears to be another snag in the plan. Oh, okay, so I don't think I caught that last time. So when the jacuzzi is powered off, it goes through, you go through the manhole, but when it's powered on, then it's the portal in the sky. I see. It's so simple and very easy to keep track of. Next. Thank goodness that's taken care of. You space out for a moment. Hey, what the heck does this switch do? You completely forget. Mysterious divine forces, along with a profound sense of addled curiosity, cause you to flip it. Oh no. Next. The big portal is active again, rendering the manhole useless. HD is now trapped on the street. Well, this is not exactly going well now, is it? Remote-controlled batteries. Ah, yes. Yes, of course. The mysterious divine forces continue to inform your addled impulses. There's something you feel a strong urge to go get. The fan? Why the fan, I wonder? There must be some sort of silly reason for that. HD, walk to nearest intersection. Considering there's not much traffic, the lights above seemed awfully busy. Oh, I wonder if she'll be able to, like, knock down the cinder blocks from where she's standing, though. That might help. PI, become homoerotically interested in returning to your fan. What? That seems like an unnecessary adjective there. No, it's not an... Is it an adjective or adverb? It's an adverb, isn't it? Grammar. Anyway. The magnetism you feel towards your trusty fan is as powerful as it is inexplicable. More divine forces compel you to bring the fan somewhere else. To call back to what he did earlier. Oh, yeah! You know what? I vaguely remember this. I think I just put it out of my brain because it wasn't really all that important. So, anyway. More divine forces compel you to bring the fan somewhere else. So we're gonna get a giant fan now, along with a giant pickle inspector, and I wonder what the consequence of that's gonna be. Grammar, he said, adverbally. PI, dump the fan through the jacuzzi. You're not sure why you're doing this, but it feels important. Oh. PI not gonna go through with him. You offer a few fond parting words to your breathing device and drop it in the bubbling vat. MK is sort of weirding you out from in there. Next. Alright, cool. So now we have a giant fan. PI, return to battle. On the way back up, you spot a lovely sombrero. Some careless fellow has left it here on the floor. You imagine the chap must be heartbroken about it. What a shame. You put it in your inventory. Speaking of fans, there are a few who wrote fanfics on AO3 featuring these schmucks. Oh, really? Interesting. Next. In this room, you spy a Captain Sextant and Sans telescope. You ogle the curious navigation apparatus for a moment. A.S. Retrieve Snoop Bust, for it is too important to be lost.
We're not quite done yet, kiddos. Let's board the fan music train and keep it rolling.
Okay, I was just distracted by, like, the voice and the tune we're listening to for a sec here. The top-rated one is a three-way crossover between Problem Sleuth, Homestuck, and Calvin and Hobbes, of all things. Wow. Calvin and Hobbes, really. It's like, I remember... I grew up on reading Calvin and Hobbes in the newspaper every day, and it is one of my favorite comics of all time. I think I have, like, all of the Calvin and Hobbes collections somewhere. I was very sad when Bill Watterson ended Calvin and Hobbes, but probably good that he did, because, like, it was really a wonderful piece of art. And I don't really think there's been a comic strip like it since. Alright, anywho. It is drifting far out of reach. I'm sorry. You have to know when it is time to say goodbye. Oh, goodbye, Snoop. Goodbye. HD, throw weapons into the lights. We need to know what happens. Yes. Don't worry. We will get to the end of this chapter before stream is over. Waiting for a gap in the cinder block cycles, you start with the handgun, lobbing it into the port side red light. Next. Oh, okay, that's clever. That's an alternative method of doing this. The key emerges from the starboard side green porthole, unlocking one of the locks. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's very clever. So the plan wasn't going according to plan, but it's still working out. HD, throw Tommy gun. You lob the Tommy gun into the starboard side yellow light. Next. It emerges from the port side red porthole. Well, this is happening quickly now. HD, throw machine gun. Finally, you lob the machine gun through the port side green light. Next. The hairpin emerges from the starboard side yellow porthole, unlocking the final lock. Well, that happened quickly. Oh my gosh. Ah, that is an ugly, ugly face. Look at all those mouths and those eyes. Holy crap. Alright, well, on to the next phase of the battle. PI, pick up Captain's sextant. Alright, so PI has picked up the Captain's sextant. Next. You pick up the sniper rifle! The sextant is a sniper rifle. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Let's see. You pick up the sniper rifle. It is a powerful weapon capable of transforming anyone with a keen ogle into a deathbringer from afar. Unfortunately, it is practically useless without its telescope. Ah, because you need the scope for the sniper rifle. Of course, that makes sense. Below, the Candy Mecha's legs scramble around like a chicken whose head decapitated itself and flew into the sky to fight a demonic mob boss. Yes, exactly like that sort of chicken. ZAD, Zombie Truffle Shuffle. You make your Swiss cheese-brained self useful and turn your ordinary lead-footed zombie shuffle into a zombie truffle shuffle. Or is it that you turn your ordinary truffle shuffle into a zombie truffle shuffle? Either way, this attack proves to be absolutely pointless. Yes. Yes, of course. Candy Mecha, fire into DMK's mouths. Pew, 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 pew. Whoop, whoop. The stubborn monster shuts his various traps. You'll have to catch him off guard if you want to get that blood sugar up. ZAD, FAD, and AD. Triple truffle shuffle. Alright, well, you missed with the candy, thus making him still impervious to attacks, but I guess you didn't notice that. You strike your poses, readying yourselves for the ultimate coup de blubber trifecta. Next. Suckle Flagon, Comb Rave. Poff. But wait, it looks like you can't execute your ultimate attack yet anyway. You will need to collect enough Pang Nectar to process into the amount of Jokos honey. Jokos honey? Is that Jokos? Is that how it's pronounced? Jokos? Of Jokos honey to need it to fill your Suckle Flagon before you can max out your Comb Rave meter. God, it's almost like you've never played this game before. Like, no, I've played this game before. I clearly know what Pang Nectar is, and I can't believe I forgot to get Pang Nectar. Like, silly, silly me. Silly me. Fiesta Ace slams down his hat in frustration. Pickle Inspector politely suggests a replacement hat. Next. Oh, Vivi. Hi, buddy. Vivi is just cleaning himself. Vivi's taking a bath. Poff. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that Pickle Inspector is like, oh, here, maybe you should try this hat. And like Fiesta Ace is like, no, I got rid of that hat, you fool. I want this hat. DMK, Thorn Coddle. Thorn Coddle? Oh no. A-Stick is being Thorn Coddled. Triacle Angus is down slightly. Targeting Corsair Dick, DMK's spiky barbs molest every pocket of his portly carriage in a humiliating manner. Poor Poor Ace Dick. He keeps getting like prodded and poked at and violated, and that is not cool. You wish all your friends weren't around to see this. Your Triacle Aegis takes a hit. Okay, what's going on here now? There's like a spiky tentacle is like looking at Pickle Inspector, and Pickle Inspector is like, there's like leering and ogling going on. Oh, bye, Vivi. Bye, buddy. Alright, I guess Vivi is off to go live his life elsewhere. Alright. A vulgar glumspine flagellum unfurls itself rudely and has a gander at PI. The leer of the prickly vegetable disquiets you. Zombie Ace salivates at the savory-looking tendril. You wonder what sorts of nectars it harbors. Oh, food. This sounds like a wonderful idea, Fat Fairy. I could use some food pretty soon. Next. Alright, well, the legs of the giant fan are now just, like, going up into the sky. And it's dropping the fan onto the sleazy brothel. In a flailing panic, the mecha's legs blast off. It accidentally drops the fan down to Whore Island. All the whores scatter for cover. You'd probably better get out of the way too. Oh my gosh, look out, Nervous Broad, look out. Next. Okay, well, okay, now what the hell do you do? While you mull it over, a cheese truck passes by. You see something peculiar inside its rear cabin, illuminated by a strange light. You wonder where the truck is going. Is this like a completely new portal now? Like, the cheese truck was never a thing before, and now it's a thing. Also, like, since when do things here actually move? Like, up until now, we've seen, like, all the cars are frozen in place. The man walking his dog is frozen in place. But this cheese truck, for some reason, this cheese truck can move. Oh well. HD, hail a cab and follow the cheese truck. Good luck hailing a cab. You whistle down a cabbie and flip him a spondylic. You tell him there's more where that came from if he keeps the heat on that cheese truck. Wait, really? Next. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I guess all of a sudden vehicles actually work now. Who is this gentleman? The truck passes through the city's square shoulder tolls, where a stiff dairy tax is levied on the local distributors. You cannot pass through the booth because your vehicle is improperly shaped. You catch a glimpse into the illuminated rear cabin opening. There appears to be a mustachioed man sitting there patiently. You wonder what the heck is going on here. I do wonder what the heck is going on here. Like, we've never seen this. Or have we seen this dude before? I just don't remember if we've ever seen this dude in any form before. Cheese is a universal construct, as is candy. Ah, of course. Of course, that makes perfect sense. I should have known that. HD, pursue on foot. Ask toll operator for directions. Okay, what? So this is like the first time that we're getting, like, I think any sort of like detailed information about Imagination City here. The toll booth operator hands you a map of the downtown districts. A part of the map has been circled. Okay, so hold on. So the downtown districts. So I guess like the formal name for this area is the downtown districts now. So maybe I can stop calling it like Imagination City, or maybe I'll just continue calling it Imagination City. I don't know. I'll do whatever I feel. But we have different areas now. We've got Beanpole Alley. We've got Boulanger District. We've got Fromager District. Or Fromagerie, I don't know. I can't pronounce French fully correctly. We have the Boucher District. Square Shoulder Tolls, you are here. Jack Squat Underpass. And Gutter Pipe Projects. Alright, MB, get the hell out of the fan's way. You avoid the enormous fan in the nick of time. Next. And that was the end of chapter 13. Okay, so there was like an extra, like, there was like a new plot element introduced at the end there that I really was not expecting to happen. Like, I thought we were just going to continue with the battle against Demonhead Mobster Kingpin, but No, apparently there's still some other stuff happening. Like, who was that old man? I mean, well, not old man, but mustachioed man with the top hat and the cheese truck. Like, why is that suddenly a thing? Like, what's going on there? And like, why are we only just now, like, getting information about the layout of downtown districts, too? Like, I'm really curious about, like, what exactly is going on and, like, what will happen, like how much longer is the battle going to go against Demonhead Mobster Kingpin, and, like, who knows? Who knows? But, it is a little bit earlier than I would normally stop, but I think this is a good place to leave off for today because chapter 14 is over 100 pages. It's actually the longest chapter that we will have read to this point. Like, I think the only chapter longer than chapter 14 is chapter 22, based on the info I have. So it's a thing because Hussy's horrible, horrible mind. Yes, absolutely. All right, so we'll just leave this here for today. We'll pick up at chapter 14 next time. I think we may have a longer stream than normal next time because I'm looking ahead. Chapter 14 is 108 pages, so it's going to take me a bit to get through that. But then chapter 15 is only 42 pages, so that'll go... Well, that should probably go quick. I may be wrong. It depends on the content of the chapter. But then chapter 16 is 107 pages, so it's like... Reading chapter 14 and 15 will probably be too short of a stream. I think I'd rather err on going longer next time. So anyway, we'll see. I'm just thinking out loud. But anyway, thank you all for hanging out today. Thank you all for also pointing out, like, every time a part of Problem Sleuth is referenced in Homestuck, because it's really fascinating to see, like, oh my gosh, this is where all these things are coming from. So I appreciate my Homestuck, my MSPA brain trusts that y'all are. So anywho, before we go, I'm going to drop a few links in chat here. I've got social media, so you can follow me on Twitter. You can also follow my archives on YouTube. We have a Discord if you want to come hang out with us outside of stream. And then if you like dog pictures, my dog Tara has her own Instagram as well. So thank you for that. Oh, thank you for the encouragement, Fab Fairy. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. So just a reminder, if you're not already following, go ahead and mash that follow button in the face, and also make sure your alerts are turned on so you know when I'm streaming. I do have a regular schedule though. If you're on my Twitch page right now, if you're on the interwebs, you can click the schedule tab somewhere on the page and check out what I normally stream. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are my gaming streams. Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'm playing through Final Fantasy 13 right now. So my next stream will be this coming Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'm playing through Celeste. I believe next Wednesday for Celeste, we're going to do some strawberry cleanup in Chapter 5, and then we're going to move on to Chapter 7, which I believe is scaling the summit. So exciting times lying ahead there. And yeah, then our next Problem Sleuth stream will be next Saturday at noon Eastern time. We'll pick up with Chapter 14. So thank you everyone for hanging out. I appreciate all of your comments and encouragement and making me drink water and all that stuff. So if we like dog pictures, I don't know who doesn't like dog pictures, I guess. But anyway, thank you so much, friends. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe, especially if you live in America. Make sure you wear a mask and social distance if you go outside, because in America we're being kind of silly about the whole pandemic thing and not handling it as well as we should. So take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. Bye, friends.